Alright lads, so it's finally time for us to talk about the upcoming end of month banner, our first end of month banner for the year 2025. And I'm going to preface right from the get-go, this video will be discussing some leaked characters, so we do know the upcoming banner, the upcoming characters. So if you are someone that wants to go into this upcoming banner blind and don't want to know what the characters are, I would recommend not watching the rest of this video. But while on that topic, I do want to ask you that at the same time, how do we feel about leaks? Personally, I don't like them. I don't like being spoiled. I like having weekly discussions, theorizing, speculating what character we can potentially get. But as of late, I've noticed that when we do that, people go and look at the leaks over on Reddit or on Discord and then just leave those comments, defeating the whole purpose of the shoutouts before a banner does get announced for those that get the prediction right. So let me know in the comments below whether you lads want me to continue covering these potential leaked characters discussions, or do we just want to try ignore it as best we possibly can and continue on with our speculation, theorizing what characters we can potentially get. Because again, personally, I like going in blind. I don't like being spoiled, and I try my best to avoid spoilers, but in this case, for this end of month, I do know what the characters are. So with that in mind, I guess let's talk about and reveal what the upcoming end of month characters are going to be. Before we do that, let's talk about the Riddle this lad aspirated exorcist has dropped over on Reddit. Now this is the leaker. They post it on Reddit every time a new banner does release. Their track record is credible, and I believe the Reddit staff over on Brave Souls Reddit don't allow leaks like this to stay up if they don't provide evidence. So likely what we are seeing here is what we are going to get for the upcoming end of month. And I gotta say, if this person is watching it, just my opinion, I much prefer stuff like this. Being spoon-fed the characters just outright kind of ruins the fun, in my opinion. It would be cool if they continue to leak stuff like this by just giving riddles or teases. So as a community, we can still discuss and theorize what the characters are going to be and not just outright be spoiled, because it's just not that fun. It's much more fun when you do it like this. So let's go ahead and read what they have to say. So do you feel the love in the air? It's almost the time of the year. Are you ready to show how far you're willing to go for one of your dreams? Well, there isn't any love. Now get off your ass, throw that umbrella away, because the war isn't over yet. Now, what I'm pretty sure this does mean is that this upcoming end of month banner is not going to be a Valentine's themed banner. Because for those that aren't aware, end of month January has always been seasonal. It's not always Valentine's themed, more often than not it is. But the last couple of so years, it's been Mana Society, Machine Society, Cacao Society, Valentine's, and also Lunar New Year. And in all honesty, going into this end of month prediction, my guess was actually a Lunar New Year banner, because we do have a returning Lunar New Year Brave selection and also a co-op event coming up on the same day the banner gets announced regarding Lunar New Year characters, so I thought that would have been actually well appropriately timed. But the war isn't over, there isn't any love, so no Valentine's, at least for now. That could potentially be our next banner for mid-month February, where it would be more appropriately timed. And because the war's not over, that means 1,000 Year Blood War. So end of month is going to be 1,000 Year Blood War, and the 3 hints are here. 3 invaders for you to take down. 1 you probably came across before, the other 2 definitely not. This means we are going to get 1 returning character, or someone that has been made in the past. It could be a new form of them, we'll talk about that in a minute. And the other 2 characters are completely new, characters that we've not had in game at all before. These rats have no loyalty for each other, take advantage of it. And maybe you can inflict some 3rd degree burns and frostbite while you're at it. So apparently, according to this leaker, the upcoming end of month banner is going to be Driscoll, Nanana, and also finally Vo standing Esno. Now, first opinion is that it's kind of a weird trio, let's be honest, but at the same time it kind of makes sense. At this point in time, as we do wait for season 3 characters that are going to start around the 10th anniversary, there's only so many characters left that to make sure you sell banners, you're gonna have to, include a hype character like Esno and then include them with 2 lesser known characters, not as exciting characters such as Driscoll and also Nanana. And with the amount of stamina that are left, I don't think anyone would have made sense thematically to be paired with Esno. So no matter what the other characters were going to be, it was always going to be a random assortment of characters, just for the most part be somewhat related because they are 3 Stamrita. Obviously, Esno would have made more sense to be paired with Bankai Rukia, but we've already gotten Bankai Rukia, so he was always just going to get put with 2 random Stamrita, at least in my opinion. And personally, these 2 characters, I'm kind of okay with it. Again, they are 2 new characters, Driscoll and also Nanana. I'm gonna likely assume in regards to these characters, we'll talk about that later in this video too, Nanana is going to be the normal attack damage character, character, for me, he just kind of screams normal attack damage. Driscoll will likely be a farming character or a guild quest unit, and then obviously, since it is Esnot paired with two unpopular characters, there's no doubt in my mind that Esnot is going to be the limit breaker character of the month, the mainstay highlight character of the banner. So for those that are maybe nervous that they could end up shafting your favorite character, that being Esnot, I mean, he could still get like the Senjumaru treatment, be a good character with guild quest skills, but I really am hoping they go all out with Esnot, since he is going to be the limit breaker character of the month. And like I said, I'm honestly here for it. I've been waiting for Esnot for a very long time, and we knew we were going to get him within the next 6 or so months, right? As we wait for season 3, they are going to have to space those hype characters out, so it shouldn't really come as a surprise. Over the next like 5 or so months, we're most likely also going to get Vo standing Bambis and maybe Gerard Pineda from season 2 as well. If they did group Esnot with like other cool characters, like again Vo standing Bambis, there'd be less characters to look forward to over the next 5 or so months. But one thing I gotta say, because I kind of been hyping up this character to a certain extent, if you've been following us since the 8th anniversary, I'm unironically excited for Driscoll. I mean, in terms of story, he is a character that kind of just shows up. He at least does something. He does take out Chojuro. So as far as like accolades that certain stam raiders do have, even though we didn't see Driscoll all that much, he did do more than other stam raiders. So you kind of gotta give him that respect in that regard. But he does actually use Chojuro's Bankai, so they can actually have some pretty good visuals with this character. And one thing about Driscoll, which I highly doubt we are going to see, right? But it would be funny if they do actually do this. Rampage does exist. Now, Rampage is an absolutely broken skill. The more kills you get, the more damage you get, and it caps out at 100% overall more damage. Only one character last year was given Rampage, and that just goes to show how powerful this skill is. Even with the new power creep that we did get with all these broken characters, they were still very stingy, that being Caleb, on who they put this skill on. Now, in regards to Driscoll, his Shrift ability is literally the Rampage skill. The more kills he gets, the stronger he gets. So it would be really cool, and would make sense for them to add Rampage onto a character like Driscoll. I don't see that happening because it is just Driscoll, but if they do it, I'm here for it, because I remember when that skill was first leaked right before the 8th anniversary, we did jokingly say that this skill is for Driscoll. Obviously, we didn't fully believe that because it's Driscoll. You're not going to introduce a new broken skill like that on someone like Driscoll, but it would be cool if he does get it. Now, with that said, let's have a look at the upcoming Guild Quest phases and see what we can potentially expect with a character like Esnot, Driscoll, or also Nanana. So again, Esnot is going to be the limit breaker character of the banner, especially when paired with someone like Driscoll and Nanana. You kind of have to like push Esnot even more, because that's going to be the main reason why people are summoning. It's the main reason why right now I plan to buy orbs and go all the way to step 25 just for a character like Esnot, because I've been waiting quite some time for him. So there's a potential decent chance here that the upcoming Esnot is going to be designed for the Amelia Aranka Guild Quest, which, at least for me, bias aside, I'm kind of hoping is the case, because I pulled for Swimsuit Bambietta, a very good Guild Quest character, by the way, and I just don't have her. So my Amelia Aranka team isn't as good as it could be, and Esnot could be the answer to that. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because this banner will be live. It will go active when this Guild Quest is out. So they might just time that perfectly for Esnot. The following week, for those that are wondering, is Ranged Sturmritter and also Ranged Sniper Guild Quests. And I wouldn't want to see Esnot get any of these killers. I mean, Ranged Sniper would be good for him, but we just got Giselle. Giselle hasn't even rerun yet, so there's no way they're going to already replace someone like Giselle for the purpose of Guild Quest. Likely what we are going to see here is that around next week, February, we are going to get our first rerun banner for Giselle, Bambietta, and also Saruchi. So I wouldn't say the upcoming Guild Quest for Ranged Striper is going to be an indicator for someone like Esnot. And then Ranged Sturmritter, I mean, Esnot should just not have Ranged Sturmritter killer. If he's going to be the limit breaker character of the banner, he needs to have a normal killer, not Sturmritter, Espada, etc., because the idea would be to use him in Limit Breaker. So the idea for Caleb is to make this character somewhat relevant when he does release during Guild Quest. Right now, it likely seems he is going to be a Amelia Aranka killer. There's always the chance there's no Guild Quest upcoming for this unit. You know, Senjumaru, for example, we just now finally got a chance to use it in Guild Quest, and that was like 18 plus days after the character's release. But if we do have a look at the enemies here and have a look at Wave 5, potentially Esnot might be a power character. There's no guarantee that is going to be the case here, but I'd be down for it. Again, Power does need new good characters. They are still missing that super broken, massive powerhouse unit. And we got some good units. Senjumaru, Mugetsu, and also Soifon are great units that all have like one flaw in their kit. Senjumaru in particular, I just think it's her killer, in my opinion. So like, if we could get like a power unit and it's Esnot with an Aranka killer, maybe even give him Rampage. Do we have a power character with Rampage? Perhaps Haruki is one of those, but I'd be down for another one. I don't know. They don't necessarily have to give him Rampage, but I would expect a character with good strong attacks and also a good kit. Hopefully even really good visuals too. And we very well could see Esno being a power character. Could Esno end up being a ranged Sturmritter killer? Hopefully not. I mean, we do technically need more support in this particular guild quest, and a Quincy would be great to go alongside someone like Candice, because then you can use Gremmy as a support to boost both of those characters. And an additional SP unit would be great to have alongside Toshiro, even if Toshiro might be the more optimized unit. More options, in my opinion, is never a bad thing, right? But maybe that's what Driscoll could end up being, because the pattern lately has been one Limit Breaker unit, one guild quest unit as an SP unit, and then one normal attack damage character. So I'm expecting Driscoll to be the spiritual pressure guild quest unit. Wouldn't mind if he's just an overall good unit together, but if he is going to be designed for guild quest, my guess would probably be ranged Sturmritter. Doesn't have to be, but that's possible. Nanana could also be a ranged Nat character for this guild quest. Do we need another Nat character? More options never a bad thing. Right now we have access to Candice and also Arskin, two normal attack damage characters. Arskin's not really designed for guild quest, but you can use him there. And then I guess ranged Super Killer, if we are again to get a character released for this upcoming guild quest. We do have access to Giselle, so we don't need a new SP unit. And again, Giselle likely is going to return. And ironically, Arskin can be used in the ranged Super guild quest, but likely you are going to use someone like Orihime, because Giselle does make Orihime better. An additional normal attack damage character wouldn't be bad, so if that can be Nanana to maybe boost Quincy characters, that wouldn't be too bad. Make Giselle even better, right? And if that is the case, Nanana doesn't have to be anything super special, just have a good damage output, maybe a utility effect on the SA2. Orihime does serve as the team booster, Giselle is the lead, so Nanana can just be an additional normal attack damage support. Any extra support abilities that Nanana could have would also be really cool to see. And real quick, if we have a look at the Limit Breaker characters, can we potentially expect what unit to see here? So for those that don't know, when it comes to Limit Breaker units, we get one attribute a month, and every attribute has to get a new Limit Breaker unit before we get another Limit Breaker unit in the same attribute. So it started off with Yatru, so that was speed, then Kyoge was heart, Nini was mind, Ichibe was technique, and then Yuha was a mind character. So that was our first rotation of Limit Breaker units. We then start our second rotation, so we had a speed Sangdu, a technique Rangiku, a power Okiura, a mind Ishin, and then technically Gremmy was the Limit Breaker unit, a technique character. So now we started our next rotation, which was Soifon, power, speed, Oetsu, heart, Byakuya, Giselle technique, and then Retsu ended up the next rotation as a mind unit, and now we just started a new rotation, so it is a heart character, that was Ichigo. So again, this upcoming Limit Breaker character is basically guaranteed to be anything but a heart character. Again, I would say likely power, because power, again, just needs good units in general. They definitely could go for more. Although one thing that has been making me say it might not be a power of Ronk Killer is because we technically just got that with Toshiro. Now, to be fair, this character isn't supposed to really be used in guild quests. He's a farmer, his killer in honesty doesn't even matter, and he's also a ranged character. So a merely power Aaroniero is definitely on the table, and if that can be Esno, that's going to be very exciting. So that's the video for today, our usual prediction video, but in this case we know what the banner is going to be: Driscoll, Nanana, and also Esno. Again, final prediction, like we've already stated in the video, Esno is going to be the Limit Breaker character, so at the very least we are going to get a very good character here. Hopefully not have any problems in the character's kit that holds him back. I do want this character to be as broken as he possibly can be, especially given the fact that our last Esno wasn't as good as he could have been for a character that was very popular, hyped up. Since he's the only popular character in the banner, they kind of have to go all out for this unit to get people to summon, because if they shove this character, people just aren't going to summon, right? Why would you? Unless, again, you're a fan of Esno, which I'm going to do. Driscoll, I would say, is just going to be a guild quest spiritual pressure unit, maybe for ranged Sturmritter. He could be a farmer, though, not really sure what attribute he could be. And then I'm going to guess that Nanana is going to be a normal attack damage character, because it's Nanana. Although I guess it is interesting that this, again, is going to be a Season 2 Nanana, which he does do a decent amount of stuff, nothing super crazy. But he does have I guess his biggest moment in Core 3 when he actually knocks out Aizen. But that Nanana I don't expect us to get, because it's basically what we are potentially going to get in this unit. Overall, though, kind of surprised that this banner is going to be 1000 Year Blood War. I did want a break. I've been saying for a while now that we shouldn't get a big banner till end of month February, because that usually has been the pattern. But maybe Caleb know that. Caleb know that no one ever pulls on end of month January. It's usually a dry period for Brave Souls, and that's why they want to release a big character like Esno. I would still say Valentine's character, for those that are looking forward to that, is on the table. My guess, maybe just mid-month. So our next banner. And then the next end of month, I mean, likely is going to be another 1,000 blooded banner. I'm not really too sure. But again, in the comments below, let me know what you like to think about his character choicing. And also let me know how you feel regarding the leak situation. Should I continue to talk about it? Or do we just try and disregard it and try and stay spoiler-free as we possibly can do? Either way, hope you liked and enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.